Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the Insomniac Drive-In. My name is Ed, curator of all things good of the 70s and 80s, here to make you feel like a kid again for a little while. And I hope you are having a fantastic Monday. Mine is going pretty good, and because I got weeks planned. I got good week plans this week and next week. The channel is doing some fun things that I hope you're ready for. Came to me today, and we're going to do a couple theme weeks. Does that mean we are losing some of our regular features that we just started? Only temporary. I know I'm crazy. I'm a little schizophrenic like that, but we will get back to them. We are going to be doing Friday night creature features this week, but it's going to be only one film because on Friday, me and the family are going to see the new Ghostbusters movie, Frozen Empire. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, and I'm looking forward to going to that. In fact, this week, the Insomniac Drive-In is presenting its Ghostbusters week. Today, we're going to talk about two items that were out there back in the 80s, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to watch Ghostbusters tomorrow, Ghostbusters 2 on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to watch Afterlife. Friday, we're going to see the new one, and I will try to give you little mini reviews along the way. I can't wait to see the new film. It looks like it features more of the original cast than the last one. And it's back in New York City, and you have the firehouse again, and it just looks like it's going to keep getting this franchise back into a awesome place. I still have never seen the Ghostbusters one with the girls in it. Maybe this weekend I'll try to watch it. I don't know. We'll see. So that means Creature Features on Friday is going to be a little shorter. We are going to watch one movie, but we're not going to watch two in wrestling. And I have some plans for Saturday where we kind of revisit some movies of that I loved, that were an integral part of my first 20 years of life. But we'll talk about that later in the week. Next week is even bigger than Ghostbusters week because it will be Godzilla week. Oh boy, if anybody knows me, they know Godzilla is such a huge part of my life. If I hold on, let me get this real quick. There he is. I love, this is my favorite model of Godzilla. And it's a bank, but I use him. He's on my couch arm most of the time. So we're going to have Godzilla week next week. It kind of goes Godzilla, comic books, and Star Wars, though comic books and Star Wars and Kiss. I mean, it's all that stuff is like that was the genesis of everything, is those four things. Anyway, it's Ghostbusters week. And, I keep forgetting all this cool stuff. I also got some mail today, an eBay purchase, but I think we're going to save that for later in the week just because we're so jam-packed. I might even save it for the weekend on Sunday. We can kind of do a mail roundup if we get some more stuff during the week. So Ghostbusters came out in 1984, and wow, it really took the world by storm. It was everywhere. There was cartoons. There was the real Ghostbusters, which was pretty good. I remember watching that. And then there was the Ghostbusters, which was actually a 70s live action show, and it had a gorilla in it. And I remember they did a cartoon of that to bring back to go and coincide with the Ghostbusters, saying, "Hey, we're the real Ghostbusters." So. And then, of course, the real Ghostbusters kind of morphed into the Extreme Ghostbusters, I think, in the 90s. I didn't watch that. And I really didn't have any of the toys. By then, I was so into G.I. Joe and wrestling, and that the Ghostbusters just kind of went right by me, the toys and everything. But the original movie is one of my absolute favorite movies. But like I said, Ghostbusters was everywhere. And High C came out with its own fruit drink called the Ecto Cooler. And I remember drinking it. It was like an orange lime tangerine flavor. And of course, it was the the color of the green slime from Slimer. And I remember drinking it a little bit. They came out in like 1989. And I don't really know. How old was I in 89? I was 16, so I don't really know if I was still the demographic for Ecto Coolers, but I remember my cousins having them. And I remember, stealing one now and then. And also, from 1985 to 1990, there was a cereal, Ghostbusters cereal, and I remember it had like fruity berries in it, and I think white berries. It was like probably a rice cereal, and then they added green marshmallows later on. And I remember trying the original box, and I think I know I had it a couple times, but it was berry flavored. We didn't know if it was strawberry flavored, and I was really allergic to strawberries as a kid, so I don't think we ate a lot of them. But I do remember eating it. I was at the tie-in companies, cereal companies loved me because I ate everything. I had Mr. T cereal. I remember there was the Droid cereal, I think, from Star Wars. If there was a tie-in cereal and I saw it Saturday morning in a commercial, get me it. So Ghostbusters cereal wasn't bad, and of course, the Ecto Coolers. Excuse me. There was, of course, the action figures for the real Ghostbusters. And I think the Ghostbusters, the one with the gorilla, they had toys too. I remember they had this really cool old jalopy car, but that was its own thing. The real Ghostbusters, I remember they had the firehouse and they had the ghosts. And the Ghostbusters came with the proton packs, and I remember the stream on them kind of turned if you like did a little twisty thing. What other merchandise stuff was out there? There was the soundtrack, which I didn't have years now. I have it on my iPod, thanks to Apple Music. You can get it everywhere. So it just took the country by storm. It was the summer of '84, I believe. And to this day, I still say that is one of the best summers for summer films. It was probably the best summer because you had that. You had Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Temple of Doom, I think, was out. You had Gremlins. There was just Footloose, I think, was out. It was just probably one of the greatest '80s movie summers ever. So, what do you remember? Did you try the Ghostbuster cereal? Do you drink the Ecto Coolers? I think they still have them out. I think you can get them now. Maybe we'll get some this week and we'll try them here on the show just for the heck of it. But that's what I remember. What do you remember from the craze of the Ghostbusters? And we'll talk about that some more as the week goes on. Tomorrow night, we're going to try to watch Ghostbusters. So tomorrow's video is probably going to be later in the night. I'm guessing, because I'll watch it and then I'll come on and we will talk about the original Ghostbusters, which I can't wait to talk about. It's one of my absolute favorite movies to this day. And I'll tell you about the format I had it when I was a kid, because it's something you can't get anymore. You just can't get this format anymore, and we'll talk about that. So I hope you have a great night. Don't get slimed. Don't be any keymasters. Don't do any of that stuff. Just watch the skies, because there could be ghosts up there looking down at you, wanting to possess you and take you to Zool. Don't do it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.